To the Afghan people, we make this commitment. The conflict will not be the end. We will not walk away.
Thanks to our military and our allies and the brave fighters of Afghanistan, the Taliban regime is coming to an end.
We've destroyed an enormous amount of the military infrastructure of the Taliban.
The days of the Taliban are over.
Yes, the Taliban have got time, but their game of waiting is a game that will not succeed.
These Afghans searched for dead bodies after a US airstrike hit a wedding party. 35 civilians were killed and 38 injured. The bride is among the injured in Kandahar Hospital, along with other women and children.
There was no question of us withdrawing our British troops.
And as Commander-in-Chief, I have determined that it is in our vital national interest to send an additional 30,000 US troops to Afghanistan.
A US operation in western Afghanistan killed some 90 civilians. The US at first denied that any civilians had been killed.
I have two words for you: Predator drones. You will never see it coming.
Listen to this 13-year-old Pakistani boy whose grandmother was killed in a drone strike.
I no longer love blue skies. In fact, I now prefer gray skies. The drones do not fly when the skies are gray, and for a short period of time, the mental tension and fear eases.
This war has taken longer than most anticipated. But over the last 3 years, the tide has turned. We broke the Taliban's momentum.
I think this country is a vast improvement on what we found in 2001, and I think our troops can leave with their heads held high over a job very well done.
Nigeria and Afghanistan, possibly the two most corrupt countries.
We will be deploying an additional 440 personnel to NATO's Resolute Support mission in Afghanistan.
There's anger and confusion on this pine nut farm. The drone strike came when workers were resting after a day's work.
Don't the Americans see that they were just working and gathering pine nuts? Why do they attack ordinary workers?
The Taliban wants to make a deal.
There is no military path to victory for the Taliban.
Your own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true.
The Taliban declared the war in Afghanistan was over on Monday, after they took control of the presidential palace in the capital, Kabul.
Seeing the sacrifices we've made as British soldiers, for it just to go up in smoke in a couple of weeks, you've just got to question, was it worth it? And for me, at the moment, for many of my friends messaging me, I don't think it was.
We were told we were fighting terrorists. The real terrorist was me, and the real terrorism is this occupation. Poor and working people in this country are sent to kill poor and working people in another country to make the rich richer. And without racism, soldiers would realize that they have more in common with the Iraqi people than they do with the billionaires who send us to war.